Chapter 8: Assessing and Teaching Reading, Fluency and Comprehension. There is evidence-based practice on reading comprehension. Repeated reading is one of the biggest evidence-based practices. Repeated reading consists of reading short, meaningful passages several times, 3 to 5 times, until satisfactory level of fluency is reached. The passages range from 50 to about 200 words in length, until he or she reaches a more fluent reading rate and an adequate word recognition. Reading under the direct supervision of a teacher, the teacher pronounces the words a student doesn't recognize. To foster comprehension, discussion of the passages follows reading. Evidence-based practice. Chorale repeated reading. Students who can comprehend material that is read to them out loud, but because of difficulties in word identification and reading rate, are unable to read material incommensurate with their listening comprehension level. Explain the technique to the student. Select a challenging passage with about 85 to 90% word recognition and has frequent recognition of words and decodable text. Provide a copy to all the students and read the text with the following 3-step process. The 3-step process. 1. The teacher reads. Start at the beginning of the book and read a piece of text to the student, ranging from several sentences to a paragraph. The length of each section should be short enough that the student can rely on short-term memory as an aid for reading. Read at a normal rate and move your finger smoothly along underneath as the student watches, making sure that your reading matches your movement word for word. Teacher and student read. Read the same section together aloud with the student. Continue to point to words. The two of you may read the section once of several times, rereading until the student feels comfortable reading the section independently. The third step is the student reads, which is to have the student read and pronounce any word that the student consistently has difficulty recognizing. A framework for reading comprehension. 1. Textually explicit. Information is derived directly from the text, with minimal input from the reader's background knowledge. Textually implicit. Information is derived from the text, but readers are required to use their background knowledge to put together the ideas presented in the text. Scripturally implicit. Information is not stated in text, but readers have to activate and use their background knowledge to obtain information. We can divide comprehension into 2 types of reasoning according to how readers have to activate their background knowledge to construct the meaning. So these 3 arbitrary categories are always followed through. Another effective way of allowing students to work on their reading comprehension is to have them work in groups and to both follow along in the text, have one student read one passage, and let the other student follow along. Make sure that they're not taking more than 30 seconds on a word. Make sure that they're pronunciating each word correctly, and for them to go over what they had just read in the text. This is an effective way for students to socialize and learn from each other rather than use the teacher as their help